Well, hello everybody. This is Larry Grace, aka Canadian Studmuffin, and I am. Sorry, I forgot to put my teeth in just a second. Hi everybody, this is Larry Graves, aka Canadian Studmuffin, and welcome to my latest Paul McCartney album review. Now, I was not going to review any of his live albums, but I'm going to make an exception because my Facebook friend, now, he's just a Facebook friend, he's not an actual friend. Just kidding. Andy Forgie, yes, the very well-known local legend, even more so than me, if you can believe it, Andy Forgie, said he was really looking forward to my thoughts on Wings Over America. So you know what? I didn't even have Wings Over America in my CD collection. I was hoping at some point to get the box set, and I still will probably at some point. But I rushed out. I actually ran all the way to Belleville, and I purchased the CD, the remastered version. And I've decided I'm not going to go through the individual songs and rate them because I've sort of rated them elsewhere. I just want to talk about this live album and a few select songs from some of my favorites. And I just want to quickly mention that Andy Forgie is in a band. He's in more than one band, actually. He can't make up his mind. But there's a band called All You Need Is Love. They do tributes to the Beatles, but they also do a lot of other music besides the Beatles. And I've posted a link here that you should be able to click on if I remember to put it here, and in the comments section below, of All You Need Is Love performing, I think it's a rehearsal for the song Rain. So you should check it out because it's superb is what I was trying to say. And Andy does the lead vocals, and he also plays a very mean tambourine, but not in that video. No, he's a very good guitarist, and if you're around this region and he's out playing live, you should check him out. I might even be there. I'll be at the very front requesting Sparks. This town ain't big enough for both of us. So this is just a pretty simple 2-disc. Now it was a 3-record vinyl, or a 3-vinyl record when it came out, and it all fits nicely onto 2 CDs. This came out at a perfect time, I believe, because the previous album was Wings at the Speed of Sound, and Paul was kind of starting to lose it. And this album basically rocks. I mean, he's still got some acoustic numbers and all that, but there's more of a hard rock edge to a lot of this. Probably one of my favorite songs on this, and I don't believe there's a studio version of it, but let me know if I'm wrong. I've never been wrong before, though. Is the very last song, Solely, which I love. It's really aggressive rock, and I love it when Paul rocks, but he's not, like I've said before, forcing it. He's being real. He's really rocking it. A lot of these live versions, as opposed to live virgins, are better than the studio recordings. For instance, Venus and Mars Rock Show and Jet, they are amazing live. I've also got the Blu-ray, the newly remastered Blu-ray of Rock Show. It's great. Maybe I'm amazed. I actually prefer the studio version because, I don't know, there's a bit more space in it or whatever, but Paul does a superb job on the vocals, especially near the end when he hits this one high note in the live version. It's really cool. And this is also the time when he started playing the Beatles songs live. And for fans of Paul McCartney, you know, after all these solo albums, it was almost a shock to hear him performing the Beatles songs. but it was a shock in a really good way. And he does a great job on, especially Lady Madonna, probably my favorite on this. And The Long and Winding Road, and he does Yesterday and Blackbird, and I've Just Seen a Face is another favorite of mine. The only other unreleased recording on this is Richard Cory, which is sung by Denny Laine, and it's a Simon and Garfunkel song. I've got their complete albums collection up here, but I don't think you can see it. And it's pretty nice. But my definite favorites on this are the real rockers like Hi, 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 Live and Let Die is awesome. Denny Laine performs Go Now, which he did the original vocals on when he was in the Moody Blues. I bet you didn't know he was in the Moody Blues, unless you knew that. And Beware My Love is much better on this than on the studio version. It's raunchier or whatever. So yeah, this is an excellent live album and definitely his best. And the only thing that kind of turns me off about this live album and other live albums is, of course, they go into the studio and they kind of sweeten it up a bit with replacing off-key vocals or whatever they do. For instance, the Kiss Alive album is known to be more studio than live, actually. And I think the only two live albums that I know of that where there was none of that studio trickery was Grand Funk Live album, one of my favorite live albums, and Humble Pie Rock and the Fillmore. I believe those are totally live. Oh, sorry, I forgot I was doing a video. I was reading. So that's it. This is damn good. I would give it, overall, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Because there's, 2 or 3 songs on this that I would probably skip. Like Band on the Run, it's a great song, but I've heard it enough, so I'd skip it. And stay tuned, because next up is Wings London Town. And I will have a lot to say about that album. So please leave a comment below and tell me what you think of Wings Over America. And don't forget to check out All You Need Is Love performing Rain. And I believe also on that channel they perform I'm the Walrus, which is awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll shut up now. Goodbye.